guys, and welcome to our new video. So in this video we're gonna create a simple website for design for a beginner, and instead of scrolling down the website we're gonna add overflow to let all of section of the about page, work page, contact page be in the same page, or in another word, in the same home page. So we have this right menu. As you can see it, if you just click it, it's go to the next page. So as you can see, this is our about page, this is our work page, and this is our plan page, and the last is a contact. Now I just add one cool thing that when user click on about page, the home page go to the top, or about page go to the bottom, with effect of the JavaScript like scrolling down or scrolling up, as you can see it. Maybe this is hard, but I will explain everything. And just like always, I said in my video, JavaScript is simple, so don't worry too much about that. You're gonna learn it fast. So last thing, we're gonna add media for a phone and tablet. So let's do it. Okay, in HTML, I just added this style sheet of the home.css and menu.css of this style sheet, and I added this script for the JavaScript of this app.js, and I have this icon of the script because I want to add icon. So and I added this folder of the CSS at the home.css, menu.css, and this Java of this app.js, guys. So you can see I just added some style as a simple style, as you can see, a star, body, and this wicked screwball, and the section and the h1 for the font size, guys. So these are simple style, just like always. I want to add it, and I have this image, guys. Everything is set. Now let's go to the HTML to just start very fast. So now in HTML, guys, let me start just like always. I'm gonna start. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, now I'm gonna start just like always with a hero page. So let me just resize this. Sorry for that. Okay. Let's. Okay. I'm gonna start with the hero, guys. So I'm gonna add a hero. I'm gonna add the header, logo, h1, logo. Now let me just add the menu and the menu inside. Okay, I'm gonna add the icon, but you know what? Let me just add the icon from this. So yes, this is the icon. Okay. Okay, now this is our icons, guys. Now let me just add the menu, new menu. Okay, I'm gonna add the link, and let me just add a tag, home. Let me just copy this, paste it, about, work, and plan, and the contact. There we go. Okay, we just created this menu, guys. Now let's go to create this right icon. As you can see it, guys, this is our right icon. I'm gonna add it very fast here. I'm sorry. Okay, now let me just add, after header, I'm gonna add a menu right, icon 1, and let me just copy this, paste it for the icon 2, icon 3. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just add the icon, guys. Okay, now I just added this icon, guys. Let me start with this homepage, guys. So instead of inner, I'm gonna add a container. So let me just add it after this menu. After this, I'm gonna add a container. And let me just all of the section that we created here, let me just inside of this hero, we're gonna add overflow instead of a responsive website, guys. Let me just be simple, as a simple website. So this is our container, guys. Now let me just add the home. First is the home page, some text, h1 web app with code page. There we go. Let me just add a p, lorem 10. It's enough. Add a second row because I'm gonna add this image, as you can see it, guys. So I'm gonna add image. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Next, let's go to create this about page, guys. So I'm gonna add it here. You know what, let me just add it here. About, I'm gonna add some text just like always, and let me just add the h1 of this. We believe in our work. Here we go. And this description. So we're gonna copy this, paste it very fast. Okay, and let me just add this two text, simple text and the small text. I'm gonna add the flex, display flex, to just be in the same line. So I'm gonna create a div for this, guys. Let me just outside, or you know what, let me just outside of this some text, and let me just name it flex text. Second text, as our second text, I'm gonna add h1 John Charisma. Okay, and the p, copy this, paste it very fast. Okay, now for the third text, I'm gonna just copy this, paste it. Yep, this is our text of this second text and the third text. Now let me just create this image to just go for the work of the work page. So let me outside of this second text, and let me see. And you know what, let me just add it here. Let just be flex text be inside of this second some text. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, now it's fixed. Now let me just add the second row again. Second row 2. Okay, I'm gonna add the image, and the image, I think face 2, yes. And let me just add alt face 2. Okay, this is our about page. Let's go to create this work page that we have a client, or that we have, I'm sorry, that we have a worker that just work in our company, and we have this 3%. So let's just create it very fast. Work, I'm gonna add some text, h1, and now let me just add the flex for this, guys. So flex, and first I'm gonna store it at this f1 box, first box. I'm gonna add image, and the peak. There we go. I'm gonna add, let me see, I'm gonna add h1 of this Matthew Limba, and I'm gonna add the p description with a tag very fast. Okay, and a tag, hire me. There we go. Now let me just copy this, paste it for the second box and the third box. Gonna copy this, paste it, f2 and f3, f2 f3. Let me just replace it very fast. Okay, we just replace it. This is our work. Let's go to the next, and the next is plan for this card, as you can see it. So this is our work, and let me just add a plan. I'm gonna add some text again. See our plan, see our best plan. Okay, let me just add the flex just like this for this card. Let me just add f1 card instead of f1 box. I'm gonna add h1 basic, h1 $10. I had the percent, I'm sorry, $10 of this month. Okay, and let me just add the icon. So let me first add this description. So p Lauren, oh, you know what, copy this, paste it. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Gonna replace it very fast. And this is our plan. Let me just add this icon. So let me find it. Here we go. Gonna copy this, paste it, guys, to just move on to the CSS. Okay, here we go. So we just, let me just size it. Okay, we just created this first card, guys. So now, and let me just add this a tag. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I'm gonna add a tag by. Okay, now let me just add the second card, f2 card and f3 card. and let me just replace it. Business $35 and the professional $70. Okay, here we go. We just created this plan. Let's think of this contact page. So we just created this plan, and I'm gonna add here contact. Okay, copy paste it, and P. There we go. Copy paste it. Okay. Now let me just add a form to just be a display grid. No need for action. It's simple website. Import text placeholder. Enter your name. Copy paste it for email and description text area. And let me just add a placeholder. Enter your description. Enter your email. There we go. So we just create everything for this, and let me just add a submit button. Submit, and the type be a and the type be a submit. Here we go. And here we go. We just create everything for the HTML. Let's go to the CSS to just style it. So let me just like I said, I added this some style of this home.css and this section logo h1 h3p for description and h1, as you can see. And I added this background of this color, guys. Just add it very fast to just start it very fast. So yes, everything is set. Let's start with this. First, I'm gonna start with a home page, guys. So I'm gonna add width, height, okay, position, relative, and overflow hidden. Now let me just add the header, 35 pixel and 6%. Display flex, and let me just add the justify content, a space between for this menu, and align item center. Okay, let me just hide this new menu, guys, very fast, because I'm gonna style it in a menu of the CSS. So this is our new menu. I'm gonna explain why I added this container with 100 pixel. Now you may ask why I add this pixel instead of 100%. So maybe you sometimes see other website. Let me just show you. You can see I added this pixel because if I just add a pixel, that means the text and this image don't resize it. Just add a pixel instead of the 100%. To just, you can see, just be a better instead of resize the text and resize the image. I don't want that. I want to just be a fixed instead of resizing everything. So this is why I add this this container of this. So it's simple, just add it, and if you don't like it, you can add a 100%. But just like I said, I don't like add a 100%. Sometimes the text is just resized. So I'm gonna add display grid. Grid template column, repeat, 2 1 of 1, align item, center, grid gap, 50 pixel, position, absolute, top, 50% left, and let me see, left 10% because I want to add a menu right. So yep, and let me just add a transform, translate, Y. Okay, now it's center. Let me add the width, 90%, there you go. And let me add transition because I want to add a JavaScript. So this is why I added this transition, guys. Lesson 1 second is out. There we go. Now, you know what? Let me just add the about and the contact because it's the same. We need to add the display grid. So let me just add the about. And yeah, let me just add the contact. Okay, it's the same. Now let me just hide this about and the contact because we don't need it for now to just style it. So I'm gonna add a transform, translate y minus 30% and the opacity 0. There we go. Now you can see we just created very fast, but first let me just add some text to just don't resize this text. So some text I'm gonna add a width. There we go. Now let me just resize this image. So second row, I'm gonna add width 100%, height 2, and the position relative margin 0 height. You know what, let me just add the second row too, I'm sorry. Now let me just add the second row image to resize it to add the width and the height. Width 700 pixel, height 2, and the margin just like that 0 height 2. There we go. You know what, let me just add it very fast, the animation to just go to create this menu right, I'm sorry. So menu animation rotate 10 seconds, linear, and forwards infinite. Simple animation, just add and rotate for this rotate. I'm gonna do 0%, 100%. Okay, just add a transform, rotate the 0 degree as a start and this 360 degree. Here we go. Now you can see we just created this animation. Next, now let's just style of this menu. I just forget about that. So I'm gonna start with this. Let me just be here, menu right, display flex and the flex action column. Let me just add a grid gap 50 pixel and let me add the width 60 pixel, position absolute, top 50%, transform translate minus 50%. Here we go. Let me add the left 7.5%. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, I just reload it. Here we go. Now let me just add menu right before to just create a background for this. So content empty, position absolute, to left 100. Okay, let me add the top 50% and the height, let me add the 600 pixels. Okay, I'm gonna do it 2 pixels to just create a line for this icon, guys, if you've seen the first video. And let me see what's else. Now let me just add a background for this color. Okay, it's too much, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay, you know what, let me just, I'm sorry guys, open the live server. Okay, yeah, you know what, it will just be a percent instead of pixel. I'm sorry, did I add so much left? Okay, now it's better, guys, I'm sorry. Now let me just add the color for this icon and the font size. So let me just add it here, the menu right ion icon, menu right ion icon. Now let me just add the color first. The color would be this. Let me add the font size 2 rem and the padding 10 pixel, border 2 pixel solid, and the color the same color. There we go. Let me add a background, and background would be this color, border radius be a circle. So you can see we just created this, but Okay, I just forgot about the padding of this home page. I'm sorry. Padding 0 pixels, 6%. I think now, yeah, it's fixed right now. And as you can see, we just create something like this. But let me just add a color white for this home, because let me just add it here in the style of this. So let me delete this. Oh, you know what? Let me just add this button on for now. Just, yeah, now it's good. Okay, now let me just add it, just like I said, style for this home. I'm gonna add the color white and the border 2 pixel solid white color. As you can see, here we go. Perfect. So okay, now let me just add the hover for this menu hover before. Okay, I'm gonna add it here, menu hover before. I want to add a color or background white. Now you can see it's now white. There we go. Add this color white for this hover of this ion icon, guys. So again, copy this, paste it, ion icon, hover. I'm gonna add the color white, just like same, and the border 2 pixel solid white color again. Now I think it's good. Here you go. You can see. Yep. Now this is our homepage, guys. Let's go to the next, and the next is styling this about page. So I'm just gonna add it here. So let me see. I'm gonna add this for now to just style it. Home. Delete this. Okay. Now you can see this is our about. Let's style this about, guys. So first, let me just style this flex text that we added here. Let me just show you. Here we go. This is our flex text. Let me just style it very fast after this. So flex text, display flex, just like I said, I want to be a same line, and let me add a distance 100 pixel. Okay, let me add transform, translate y 100 pixel, and let me add the width for this. There we go. Yep. Let's go to style this h1 and the description of this p. So you know what? Let me just copy this style sheet, paste it here. Yep. Max width, second text h1, and the third text h1. Copy paste it. Third text h1. Change this be 2 rem instead of 3 rem, and the margin button be the same. No need to change it. No need to change this. Let me add a text shadow for this because I want to be a green text shadow. 0 pixel, 7 pixel of this color of this green. Now just copy this, paste it again. Copy paste it. There we go. Let be a 10 pixel. So now let's see it. Yep, we just created it very fast. Let's go to slide this p. So for this p, I'm just gonna add this second text first. Second text p, and third text p, and I'm gonna just style this f1 box and f2 box. And yeah, now let me just style it. Let be a 1 rem instead of that, and margin button be same. I need to change it. Here we go. You can see we just style it. Just add the font size 1 rem instead of that, and yeah, here we go. You can see we just created this about page. Again, now let's go to style this work. So let me remove this. Let be about. Let me style it here. Where is it about? Okay, let me style it very fast. So for this work, I'm gonna add it here. Just do it. Work. And the plan. The same. Display flex, because I want to add a flex action column. So justify content, center, and align term center. Now let me add a flex section column, just like I said. I want to be in a next line. Okay, now it's good. Let me add a grid gap, 50 pixel. Position absolute, just like I said. I want to be in the same page. All of that. Top 50%, left 50%, to just be in the center of this hero page. Transform translate minus 50% and minus 50%. Here we go. Now let me add the width. Okay, text align center. There we go. Transition is out. Yes. Okay. Now let me just hide this for now. Let me just hide this home. So style opacity 0. Okay. Now let's start this work. So for this work, I'm gonna just first start with a flex. So flex, I'm gonna add display flex again for this 3 box, as you can see it, guys. Justify content, space between, to have a space, and align item center. Simple as that for this. Grid gap and width, height. Okay, here we go. This is let me just hide this plan. Let me add opacity 0, guys. Opacity 0. Okay. Now, just like I said, let's start first at this work, then we go for the plan. So now let me just add F1 box, F2 box, F3 box, F1 box, F2 box. You know what? Let me just copy this, paste it. Okay, 3 box. There we go. 2, 3. Nice. Let me add the width, height. Okay, this is good. Now let me think. Now let me just resize this H1, guys. So just like this, copy this, paste it. I'm sorry. Let me just resize very fast. F1 box, F2 box, F3 box, H1. Okay. Now for this, I'm gonna add 1.5 rem for this H1, guys. So yeah, this is everything good. Here we go. Yeah, let me just start this A-link for now. So for this A-link, just gonna add A to start everything. 10 pixel, 25 pixel. Okay, box shadow. You know what? Copy this, paste it, box shadow. Okay, text shadow, box shadow. Change it. Here we go. Let be 15 pixel, and this let me insert to be inside it, guys, for this box. 1, okay, 3 for this. Let me change a color. This will be good, but for this D80 C7. Okay, there we go. Now let me just add the border and the display. So first let me just add display inline block. Okay, border 5 pixel is enough, and the width. Okay, next text decoration be none. Okay, let me change the color, but first let me add the font size 1.2 rem, and the color be a white. Okay, position, relative, and transition. Oh, I'm sorry, transition is out. There we go. Yep, very good. Now let me just add a before for this, guys. So when you user hover this A-link, I want the before be in here, in the center. So let me just create it very fast. For this before, I'm gonna just show you how to create it before. And let me just copy this. Let me see. Let me just copy this, paste it. Because just change anything. Okay, the content and T position absolute. Let me just add the width, 100%, height. Just be in the same width and the same height. Let me add the border. Radius 5 pixel. Background. Let me change it to this color, the green. Okay. Position absolute. Where is it? Position absolute. And let me add the top minus, and let me add the left 100. You know what? Let me just show you. Okay. You can see we just cut it right here, guys. And okay, now you can see this is our before, guys. I'm sorry. You can see this is our before, and let me add the index. z index minus 2. Okay, you can see this is our before, guys. So let me just add 150 pixel for this left to just hide it. Now, what can I add it here for this A? I'm gonna add overflow to just delete this before. So when user hover this, so I'm gonna add overflow hidden because I don't want a user see this before. So when user hover this before, I'm gonna add a left 50% to just be in the center of this A link. Hope you understand this. I'm gonna add overflow hidden. Now you can see I just deleted for now A4, but it's not showing up. But if I just if I want to show you, you can see it's here, guys. You can see it's here, but it's for now hide it. Okay, now let me just add a before a hover before. Okay, I'm gonna add left 50%. Now you can see, guys, doesn't work. Let me see a before. Okay, let me see. Let me just add a hover to see why it's not work. The color, let be a black of this. Let me try it again. The a hover doesn't work. Why? Oh, I added this before. I'm sorry, guys, because if you see this, I'm just gonna add a top. I'm sorry. Let me add more to just show you the hover. I'm sorry. Yeah, now it's working. I'm sorry, guys, because I add opacity 0. This is why this is happening. I'm very sorry for this, guys. So you can see we just created this hover for this, guys. Yep, it's nice. There we go. Okay, so next let's go for this card of this. So I added this. I'm gonna add work instead of that. Okay, now let me just style this of cards, guys. So for this cards, I'm gonna start with F1 card. Let me start this font size just like this context, and the P, just gonna copy this, paste it, and yeah. You know what? Let me add it for this. I'm sorry, guys, very fast. I'm gonna add a P for this box. Okay, now it's good. I'm gonna copy this, paste it for this card. So starting with this F1 card of this H1. So for this H1, I'm gonna add a 2 for this font size H1. Okay, good. And I think I don't need this. Delete it. Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna add this. This is good for this. Okay. And for this A, I'm gonna just copy this, paste it. And let me add a text aggression, text align center, and the margin 0 auto to be a center display block. Okay, it's now good for this, guys. Okay, now let me just create this background for this card and adding width and the height. Okay, so for this F1 card, let me add cards. Okay, so I'm gonna add this, delete it. Okay, good. Now let me add the content empty first with 300 pixel and the height auto. Okay, now let me just add the box shadow. So box shadow, let me just copy this, paste it. I'm gonna change it. So first I'm gonna add a 16 pixel. Let me just add it very fast. Okay, 2 pixel. The color, let be this. Okay, next let me add insert for this -1, -2, and 2 pixel. It's enough. And let be 00 AF 80. Okay, next let me add last insert to be in the top of this, guys. So last insert, gonna copy this, paste it. Okay, 4 pixel to just be a top instead of minus, and let be a 1 pixel instead of that. Okay, and let me add this color. Here we go. Yep, it's now good. Very good. Let me add a border radius 10 pixel and add the padding to just create this of yep, yeah, I think this is good. Now let me add a text align left, text align left. Yep, there we go. We just created of this. Let me, okay, yeah, just like that. There we go. Next thing, I'm gonna just recite this ion icon or ion icon of this P of ion icon. So I'm just gonna copy this, paste it. Now in the front of this P of this description, I'm gonna add ion icon because I'm just gonna add the color and you know, the background, resize it, this ion icon. So for this ion icon, first font size, to rem, transform translate, y, let me get a 10 pixel, okay? Let me add padding, 0 pixel, 10 pixel, 0 pixel, 0 pixel, and the color, let me green. There we go. Yep, we just created this cards as you can see, but so our plan, what is plan? Okay, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Gonna copy this, paste it, H1. Now I think it's working. My bad, guys. Yep, we just got it. Next thing, I'm gonna just style the font. So I add this, hide it. You know what? Let me just hide this. For this, I'm gonna add opacity 0, and I'm just gonna add the top for this because I want to add JavaScript for this. I'm gonna explain everything for this JavaScript of the Java CSS. So for now, let me just start the last thing with which is a contact to just go to the JavaScript. So let me see. I'm gonna add 30%. Okay, there we go. Now let's go for this. Okay, now let me just hide home. Okay, now let's go to start the contact. Okay, now for the contact, guys, I'm gonna start. Let me see. Okay, for the contact, guys, I'm gonna start with a font. So for the font, I'm gonna add the display effects again, flex section column. Okay, grid gap 30 pixel and the margin 0 item. Okay, position relative. I want to add the background, and let me add the background. The color, let me add this. Okay, let me add the box shadow. Of this RGB, guys. RGBA. .75. Okay, yes, I can see it, but let me just add the padding to just see it. Padding 30 pixel and the border, border radius 5 pixel. Now let's see it. Yep, we just created right now, and we're gonna set the input to just resize this font, guys. So let's continue. Let me add style this input text area, and bottom. Okay, I'm gonna add width, padding, 15 pixel. Okay, background the same color of this black. Okay, I'm gonna add the border radius 5 pixel. Border 2 pixel solid. Let the color that be this. Okay, of this green color, and let be a color white. And last thing, I'm gonna add those in this one. Okay, now let me just style this text area, guys. So text area, I'm gonna just add a height for this 250 pixel. Yeah, now it's good. And for this button, I'm just gonna resize it here, button. I'm gonna add a font size first, 1.3 rem, cursor pointer. Okay, position, relative, and the transition is out. Here we go. And you know what? I'm gonna add overflow hidden, just like we create a link for this because I'm gonna add before for this. So overflow hidden. Okay, now let's go to create a before. So I'm just gonna copy this, paste it for the button. So for this button, copy this, paste it. The same width, same height. You need to change it. Yeah, Everything is good. Everything is great. Now let's go to the hover. So for this hover, guys, first I'm gonna start with the hover of this button. I'm gonna add a color for this. The color will be black. Okay. And for this B for hover, let me add a left 50%. So you can see we just created this. Okay, so yeah, we just create everything for this, and you can see this is our contact and this is our homepage. But yep, let me just add. Now let's go to the JavaScript, guys. So first let me just delete this, add this contact. Okay, and let me see why the homepage is, I think I add a style. Okay, delete it. Okay, good, very good. Let's go to the JavaScript, guys. So for this JavaScript, I'm gonna start. Oh, I'm sorry, let me just start the menu. I'm sorry, guys, my bad. Let's go to the menu first to just style it very fast. So for this menu, starting with a menu inside, position relative, and this index 3. Menu inside, icon to just add a color and font size. Color, white, font size, 2.5 rem, and the padding 10 pixel, and let me add a cursor pointer. Okay, now let me just, okay, good. Now let's go to the JavaScript, guys. So for this JavaScript, okay, first I'm gonna start with this icon, guys, just like I said. So inside, I want to call it first document. Okay, get query selector instead of that. Menu inside. I'm gonna call it first in JavaScript, and let me just copy this paste for the menu. And let be this menu. First, let me just explain what I add this. I called in the JavaScript of this, and I added this menu inside of this for this JavaScript. So this is good. Now let me just add the menu inside. On click. So when user click on this, the menu show it. So I'm gonna add a function. Okay. Now let me add the menu. Class this toggle or add toggle. Okay. Let me name it active. So you can see right now. Let me see it. It's a menu. Yep. You can see we added this active. Let's go to the side first for this menu active. So for this menu active, you know what? Let me add a new. So for this new menu, I'm gonna add a position absolute. Position absolute top 180% and 100% left minus 100% to just hide it. Okay. Now let me add for this menu active. So menu active, when I use a click on this menu active, the new menu of this, I'm gonna just at the top 0, 0, left 0. Now let me add the height 100 ph, width 100%, and yep, let me add the background because it's new. This color, okay, good, is index 2. Now let's see it. The new menu, the new menu, I added display none. I'm sorry, let me delete it. Okay, now let's try again, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, again not working. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Let me just add a new menu inside of this. My bad. Now I think it's work. Yep, I think it's work. Okay, good. Now let's go to start this link. So let me add display flex. Flex. Let me add the flex section column to be in the next line. Let me add the grid gap. Position absolute. Top minus and the left 50%. to just be on the top of this. This is why I add this minus 50% to just be here. And when a user click on this, the menu active, let be a top 50% for this link. So let me just add a translate. Let me add transition for this menu active is out. Okay. Now let me add the menu active link. Menu active link. So for this menu active link, just like I said, I want to be a top 50%. Now let's see it. You can see, guys. Yep, we just created. Now let's go to set this a link for this. So for this a link, first link A. I'm gonna add the font size. Okay, width. Okay, let me add the box shadow on set. Okay, and let me add text align center. There we go. And you can see we just create this menu. We just create everything for this link, guys. So now let's go to just JavaScript for this about page, work and the plan and the contact. So I'm gonna first add ID for this icon, as you can see it, guys. So for this ID, I'm gonna add for this, guys. So let me just add it here to just show you. I'm gonna add ID and let me name it simple C1. Let be this C2, C3, and C4 because I want to change color in the JavaScript. This is why I add this ID, guys, to just change a color. And now let me add onClick to adding a function for this JavaScript. onClick, let be a page 1. So this is our first page as a home page. Very good. Copy paste it. Page 2, page 3, page 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. Now let's go to the JavaScript to just call it and name it for this. So for this JavaScript, first starting with, just like I said, first starting with C1 and the C2, let C1 document get empty by ID. Okay. I'm gonna add C1. Copy paste it. C2, C3. Okay. 2, 3, 4. 4, 5. Okay. Let me do it fast. Okay, good. Now let me just name this home and this about and this work and the contact. So let me just copy this, paste it for this home. Okay. Let me name it this home about work plan. Okay, and the contact. Okay, now just copy, paste it, replace it. Plan, work, about. Very good, and this home. Okay, so we just name it in a JavaScript. Everything is set. Now let's go to create a function. First, starting with a page 1. You know what? First, let me just start with a page 2 to just show you what we need for this. So function page 2, I'm gonna add home.style, guys. So home.style, what I want to add it here, I'm gonna add first opacity 0 to just hide this, and I'm gonna add a transform. Okay, translate y minus 70% to just go up, and I'm gonna add a z-index. Let me, okay, now I'm gonna add a z-index minus 1. Okay, now let's see it, guys. You can see it just hide it and go to the top. This is why I added this minus 70 to just go up instead of go down or go just hide it very fast. So you can see this is a first page of this home. Gonna copy this, paste it for the about, work, and plan. Let me add it here, and the contact. Okay. Now for this about, I'm gonna add opacity 1. Very good. Opacity 1, and this be a minus 50%. Okay, good. Everything is good. And let me add this index 1. And let me add my transition or new transition because I want the opacity show it after this home.style. Let me just show you to just explain what we need. So you can see when I add this, I want this opacity of this about page show it after 2 seconds after this hiding the home page. So this is why I want to add a transition, new transition for this. Okay, I'm gonna add opacity. I'm gonna add opacity for this transition and that be in linear. After 4 seconds, show it. Okay, let me just show you right now. And you can see, okay, there we go. It's just show it. Why we get overflow? My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Again, I apologize for this, guys. It's my bad. Now just copy or cut it. Just show it right here. And yeah. Now I think this is good. Let's try it again. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Again, I'm sorry. My apologize for this. Now it's working. Yep. I'm sorry, again. Yeah, as you can see, after 0.5, and now as you can see, just like I said, I added this transition, new transition for opacity to just show it later or after 0.4 second. As you can see, again, just show you. Here we go. Nice. The work and the plan, I added the translate minus 50%, minus 50% to just fix this. So this, let me, this be a minus 50% and this be a minus 30%. Okay, and I'm gonna explain everything. Just let me just add it very fast. Translate for this plan. Okay, very good. Everything is good. Okay, and this be a translate. Okay, and this be this. Now I'm gonna explain everything you need to know. Why I added this 30% instead of 70%. Explain everything just for now. Just let me just show you for now. So you can see this is our page 2 and I'm gonna add a color for this C2, C3 of the icon. So I'm gonna add a C. You know what, let me just copy this, paste it, C1. Okay, let me just add onset, simple, onset, copy paste it, C2, C3, C4, C5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, for this C2, change the color to the white. Change the color to the white. Okay, and let me add the border, 2 pixels, solid. The color be a white. Okay, now let me just show you. I'm gonna explain everything for this. So let me just add the page 2 and the page 1. Page 3, page 1. Okay, page 3 and page 4. And page 5. Okay, now for this page 1, starting with the page 1, opacity b1 0, and let me add this index 1 for this, minus 1 for this. Okay, I'm gonna copy this transition and paste it here. And let me add this color of this. Okay, and I'm just gonna do it very fast. So let me just, okay, and let me add this minus 30%. So now let me just explain why I add this minus 30% instead of minus 70%, guys. So if you see here, when I click on this, the home page go to the top, but if again click on this home page, you can see this about page go to the down and this be here. So let me see why. Oh, I'm sorry, minus 50%. So you can see go to the top of this home page and this about go to the down. Okay, and if I just show you, if I add this minus 50% or minus 70% instead of 30%, so when user click on this and when user click on the home page, you can see it's go to the top of this about, and we don't want that. We want this about page go to the down. So this is why I add this minus 30%. I hope you understand this about Java CSS, and you can see again it's go to the down, and this home page go again, go to the top, and this about go to the down. Very simple. This is why I added this 30% and 70%. So this is good, and this is a page 2. Now let's go for the page 3 to just add opacity 0, opacity 1, copy this, paste it, add it here. Okay, and let me add the index 1, -1. Let me see what else need. Let me 70% for this, guys. Okay, and let me -50%. Now let's see it for this page. I'm sorry, let me add this color, and let me add onset for this. Now let's see it for the page 3. So for this page 3, as you can see, the home page go to the top, but again, if I add this, you can see the about page go to the top instead of go to the bottom. You can see it. Yep, this is why I add this -70% instead of -30%. And if I just show it right now, if I add this -30%, it's go to the down. You can see here the about page go to the down. We don't want that. We want this about page go to the top. This is why I add -70%. Okay, hope you understand that. Let's just replace everything to just finish the video, guys. Okay, now you can see, guys, and this is good for this. But now for this page 4 and the page 5, let me just explain what we need. You can see the page 4, when I click on this, it's go down. We don't want that. So for this page 5 of this page 4, and what we need here for this page 4, I'm gonna add -70%. And now let's start again to just see if we fix this problem. You can see it's go to top. There we go. Very good. Now for the page 4, okay, it's good, I think. Yep. Oh, it's page 3, I'm sorry. So for this page 3, let me see. Page 3 -70%. Okay, for this page 4, guys, I'm gonna add this -70%, and for this, let me -50%. There we go. Now let's start again to just see if we fix this problem. And as you can see, there we go. Go to the top. There we go. Everything is good. Now it's go to the bottom, go to the bottom, go to the bottom, and go to the bottom. This is simple JavaScript, guys, just like I said. And if you didn't understand the JavaScript, you can just add opacity instead of transform translate -50%, -70%. If you don't understand that, just add opacity 1, opacity 0, and you get a simple animation for the JavaScript, guys. Just like I said, if you didn't understand the JavaScript, just add opacity 0 and opacity 1. Simple as that. But yeah, this is how to create this. And yep, yeah. And I'm just gonna finish the talking of this about the CSS and the JavaScript. And last thing, I'm gonna add the media and just do it very fast. So now I don't think I need to explain for this media, so I'm just gonna type it very fast to just finish the video, guys. So hope you guys see you in your next video, guys. And yeah, see you in the next video, guys, for the next responsive website better than this. This is a simple website. Hope you guys like it and hope you guys love it. Bye. this is everything for this, guys, for this website, as you can see it. Hope you like it and hope you love it. Bye.